Hey everybody, welcome to the next commentary. Actually, it's not a commentary. Welcome to the next review. We're going to be looking at this ZOE player who is currently rank 1 in Korea. He plays ZOE and he plays LeBlanc, and he has a lot of games played. So yeah, I will post his op.gg in a pinned comment inside the comments if you want to look at his account. He's currently rank 1 and has been for a couple days now. He mainly plays ZOE, and then the next most played is LeBlanc. But I've already watched some of this guy's VODs, and he's super good at reading movement, in my opinion, and he's very good at playing aggressive and just knowing his limits. So we're just going to watch this gameplay here. I made it so the vision is only his side, so we could just know what he's doing, and I'll try to go over the things that maybe impress me and talk about what he's going to be looking to do to make it so he gets an advantage. For the most part with ZOE, you play aggressive early on. I'm sure a lot of people who have watched my ZOE gameplay have noticed that, you know, looking for auto attacks, using your corrupting potion because you normally take time warp tonic. It's just the same runes as what I take, which is just standard ZOE runes with electrocute and taste of blood and stuff, and time warp tonic and biscuits. But playing aggressive is pretty common. I would say like one of the only champions that you probably can't play aggressive is probably Syndra. Because she has a low cooldown Q, and normally you can get outplayed by her. But ZOE has a pretty low cooldown. Her passive autos are very powerful during the early game, so she kind of is an early game champion in a way. Looks like he's going to look for vision control early. Maybe that's to make sure that they know where he starts. And he's going to use Q on the back wave. So this tells me that he's going to be looking for an early shove, possibly on the wave, to make it so Rise gets pushed underneath tower. Also, look at how Rise steps up as soon as ZOE uses his Q, and ZOE backs away. So that's pretty important there. She could have taken one free E, and I know it sounds ridiculous, right? Dude, Pekin, getting hit by one single spell isn't going to change the lane. It adds up. Inside the highest gameplay, it adds up. So he didn't get hit by anything there. And just using his Q off of cooldown to shove the wave. It's pretty common, to be honest, for a lot of mages. And then immediately you see how he's playing the range game. Whenever this Rise steps up towards him, he's backing away every single time. The thing to pay attention to, which is, if he backs away, is he losing anything? Are you losing anything when you back away? And he's not in this case, because minions aren't dying yet. Now, we might see him... Oh, no, okay, so he's not even getting traded on when he's going for these creeps here. And now he's stepping up. Why is he stepping up? You should always be thinking about, like, with your own gameplay, or if you're looking to ever improve by watching somebody better than you, there's almost always a, like, reason why they're doing something. And in this case, it's because his Q is available, so he'll probably be able to win this trade. Rise started E, so we're probably going to look for a trade here. So he's stepping up, and this is called a shake hand trade. So basically, by shaking hands, I don't know who came up with the term, but when you basically shake hands inside of a trade, it's saying that you're both going to trade each other evenly. And in this case, ZOE hits the Q, gets a passive auto attack off, and I think it's one more. Boom. So Rise was trying to not get hit by that auto attack, but ZOE wins the trade just because early on, he's just stronger than Rise. So that was a pretty good trade for him. And also it denied, I think, 2 caster creeps. Oh, wait, no. He actually denied his own creeps. He actually missed that. Okay, well, I guess trading is more important than CS at times, so that was just what he wanted to do. Look for an auto attack. Rise went for the 2 potion with the tier, so maybe Zoe's trying to abuse him to use his potions early on, because normally ZOE with having a corrupting potion is better as well. Looking for another Q, doesn't land, but maybe turns around and looks for a passive auto attack. Those passive auto attacks really ramp up. You want to use them a lot. She went for W here, not E, by the way. Once again, stepping in front of the wave, she's level 2. She's trying to deny creeps from him here by, like, literally zoning him from the wave. If he steps up, she'll just auto him. That's completely fine. The trades probably won't be favorable because he had his E available and she didn't have Q, but that's still fine because the auto attacks are still going to deal a pretty decent chunk of damage, and he only has 1 potion left. So right now, I think she wants to get the wave underneath tower. That's why she's using her wave, or using all of her spells on the wave, because she needs to make it so the wave fully resets here. Because it's in a pretty bad spot. She needs the wave to reset so she can actually do something. She might be able to roam as well. So she pushed out. She got 11 out of the first 19 CS, just to let you guys know. In case you were wondering, oh, like, CS matters so much, and like, oh, like, if I ever watch Pekin Wolf play inside of Gold Elo, and he has like 15 CS instead of 19. No, man. Like, dude, this is literally rank 1 challenger, and you can see that sometimes CSing doesn't really matter that much. Looks like he went for an invade with the Volibear, knowing that the Volibear was... Okay, let's move these guys around. Knowing the Volibear, I guess, was invading, so he went for first move. Why does he have first move? It's because he pushed Ryze underneath tower there. So this is just a matter of knowing... reading your teammates' movements and reacting accordingly when you actually have an advantage. If ZOE was pushed underneath her own tower, then obviously it would be much harder to rotate there. But because ZOE got the first shove, which is something that a lot of ZOEs should be able to do, versus some matchups maybe not. Like, some matchups maybe can shove faster. Like, as I said before, I think Syndra honestly is a champion that is pretty good against ZOE and can shove pretty well. Damn, and they knew that he was resetting inside that brush there as well. And Ryze used flash, but it doesn't matter. She has her own flash, so they just grab these early game kills. I like how Zinza was there as well. So when Ryze shoved out the wave there, his positioning basically made it so they knew where he was. I mean, we can quickly go over that just to explain it maybe a bit further. Hopefully the replay doesn't break or anything. So after resetting, Ryze shoves in the wave, and he wants to reset. Pretty obvious, because he needs to reset. Now, he went missing. Now, most people will not back up really far to reset, because resetting the sooner allows you to come back to the wave sooner. So he probably was not expecting the Thresh, who just died bot, by the way. They literally got double killed bot lane. The Thresh is already here. So what happens is the ZOE actually rotates into this brush, because the Ryze is here, and now he's in a pretty bad spot. The Thresh plays him backwards to slow him, Zoe's using her Qs, uses E to burn his flash, and then from here on out, it's just a matter of just following him with the flash to use his debt. So that's a matter of just being able to understand where people normally are going to back, basically, and also having your teammate in the right spot at the right time, and following it up, obviously, because she actually ignored the wave there. There were 3 casters. She could have completely ignored the Thresh there and not went for the Ryze, but in this case, she did. For first item, she went for Dark Seal boots. That's pretty common. I think that this guy builds Sork boots early in most of his games, because I think boots are extremely valuable, so you might want to do that inside of your own games. Level 2 boots just allows you to do so much. Anyways, let's click back on her again so we can move on. There's a bot fight, and she's immediately rotating to the bot. So she's just trying to make it there, just in case. Probably she can do something. If she can't, bummer, but if she can, then it's huge, right? So she's going to arrive here and be able to do a lot of stuff, most likely. Yep, that was pretty well played. I need to see that again from her angle. I'll speed it up a little bit so she gets a little bit closer. So she is anticipating the flash. No, not flash from Lucian. She just knows that his movement. So basically, she used Q here, and she's pressing Q probably about right here-ish, knowing that he's probably going to run straight into it and use his flash immediately. Sometimes maybe I should be doing this with my own abilities, making it so you just use the flash immediately. So the Q is probably around here. And as you can see, she flashed to just extend the range, and the Q's coming. This one-shots him immediately. And then the rest of them should probably die. She's auto-attacking the Rakan, and now she bubbled the Zinzao to just stall him a little bit so the team can follow it up. And that was just, once again, a matter of... ZOE is very good at early game getting prio and early game fighting with her W and stuff. So... what did she rush? Level 2 boots. As I said before, I think level 2 boots is so valuable on ZOE. If you aren't roaming enough on ZOE, and maybe this is the case for me as well, like, I know that my gameplay might be more lane-oriented, and maybe my strengths as a player are different than this player's, but so far, it's mostly using the priority that you have inside of lane to help your teammates and get advantages through that, and some people are Like, even when I play inside of lower elos, I'm still gonna be like trying to help my teammates if I think that they're making a correct call in something, or like if I see that like they're getting pressured bot. I'm not just gonna play for only my lane, but I'm gonna play for like what I think is gonna give me a lead or give my team a lead. In this case, she pushed out once again, and she sees that Volibear is literally invading on the Xin Zhao, so she's rotating over to that. Using Q here. She put the Q in between the minions right here, but just barely missed it. So that was a pretty unfavorable trade for her, but that's okay. Once again, she is actually only using Q on the wave here. She's not doing anything else. And now she immediately goes missing again. Every single time that you shove out the wave, start rotating into somewhere, making it so the enemy feels a little bit more scared. Looks for a bubble. Doesn't land though. And immediately clears out the pink ward, so... This is pretty common with most control mages. If you can get first push, it's normally worth just immediate... Oh, what happens here? Wow, her bubble wasn't up there, so that's why she didn't use it. Just let you guys know. We saw. So she stepped up, Q traded him with a very short range Q. Sometimes it's better to look for those short range Qs rather than long range Qs. We saw her throw it literally at him so she could proc it. Protobelt does not land the bubble, but she ignited him, and I'm pretty sure this guy is dead. He has no flash, so like, just abusing the Rise. He does not have level 2 boots, or I think he did not. I'm pretty sure he just bought them right now. I'm guessing she just went for Lost Chapter. Pretty standard stuff. Team is fighting over here. Gets stunned. Does the RQ... or the QRQ. No, actually QQR maybe. If you do QQR, it's faster. Normally I just do QRQ because honestly it's pretty easy to land it regardless, but landed a big damage on that guy, so they were able to kill him. Pretty sure Volibear dies here. Probably can't get any more. Looks for one more Q and then probably just backs away. Every single fight she has been part of, basically. What's her KP? Yeah, she has 7 KP, by the way. So does Volibear. So this is, she's just playing around her jungler very well. And that's the case for high elo. Honestly, like, if you're watching high elo gameplay, for the most part, I would say that the best players and the people that are the highest rated normally just know how to play around other players very well. Because when you're playing versus, like if she never got those early kills on the jungle and stuff by helping her teammate to make it inside, like, a 2v1 advantage, like, could she actually 1v1 this Rise effectively? Probably not. It's more effective to help out your team inside of the higher elos because having numbers advantage is easier to get advantage with than actually solo killing people in lane. Depending on the matchup, obviously. If you're playing like Zed or Kiana or something, maybe I'm wrong, but it's just how mages are played, at least. Mages just push and help with objectives. Okay, there's gonna be a fight here. They're all going for Rift. Rakan's here as well. Waits for Rakan to use W there for the first hit. She can't even hit Xin Zhao here. She used her ulti to get into the Xin Zhao ulti there. Because he otherwise would deal no damage. And just backs off. Isn't able to really contribute, huh? And that's a lost fight. Yeah, I guess she decided that it was just a lost fight and just backed off. Something that a lot of people sometimes struggle with, you know, going too deep and dying. I didn't see Evolution arrive there earlier or something. Xin Zhao is ridiculously good versus ZOE because he just ultis and then you have to walk into him. Okay, so this guy's trying to fight. She just ignites him. Auto attack Q. Okay. Dude, wait, somebody just question mark pinged her, like the enemy team did. Let's watch that inside of slow motion so we can just know how she 1v1 that guy. Okay. Starts about right here. She misses bubble. We'll do slow motion here. Looks for a Q from the back because she knows that the guy's gonna step up to try to fight her. Now, let's think about both perspectives here. In this case, Rise is fighting her because she has no bubble. Because she has no bubble, it should be pretty easy to actually fight her. She has a biscuit. She might pop it here. You might see. Turns around to look for the auto attack. Now, you have to put yourself inside of Rise's shoes, and sometimes this is based off of instinct and just also just knowing how the game works. What is Rise gonna do? When ZOE has literally no abilities up, basically, he's gonna look for, if he already used his snare, I don't know if he did. Yeah, he already used his snare. He used it right now. What am I talking about? He's gonna look for Q, and then maybe EQ. And Q is a skill shot. So she's going to run side to side, which is something that's going to make it harder to land. So you can see that rather than running in a straight line, she ran sideways. And that dodges the first one. And then, wow. I mean, she actually immediately knowing that it's going to miss. And this is inside slow motion. It's a lot harder to do inside of like normal speed. She turns around to ignite him after dodging that first Q. And got hit by the second one. I mean, and she's trying to just run at him. I think she knows that she has enough damage to kill him here. And that was his full combo, by the way. So he used literally everything. It was just, like, W, Q, EQ, and then he's done. So then she's looking for these auto attacks, trying to keep in range of the guy. And then at the very end, when she goes forward, she looks for an auto attack. And then right as she is on the way out, she double Qs. So it's like you press Q, and then you press Q again, like, immediately. And it's based off of the position of the Q, it's not based off of the position of you. So it really is not going to deal that much damage. But it still deals like, you can see it deals a minimum of 230. And he's at 192. So, like, it brings him down to 13, and then Ignite finishes him off. So it was a perfect kill. And she also survives because I think she leveled up. I don't think she would have actually survived unless that happened. So just juking the opponent's spells by anticipating what they're going to do, and then just knowing her limits extremely well means that she gets that solo kill. And that's a kill that, honestly, I don't get that much on as ZOE, which is the ulti into a short-range Q to finish somebody off. I am actually pretty impressed by that. Just knowing her limits extremely well. And she gets the plating. Is she really not going to back? Are you serious? Wow. Okay. Okay, well, she was trying to help out with whatever fight was going on top lane. Decides to finally reset. I guess if her team was in trouble, she probably would have not reset, but the team is fine. Also, Rise used TP top there. Anyways, let's speed it back up a bit. Sorry, what? What just happened? Okay, let's see what happens here. Volibear smites, is running away. Gets snared, is still running away. And then Volibear's... Okay, so... they're on the same page. Volibear is going to walk around and then stun this guy. Oh, Ashley doesn't have stun. Anyways, ZOE knows that this guy is chasing this guy. So he's going to keep on running in like almost a straight line. So she'll probably press Q right here. Most likely. So we're going to see him run in a straight line because he wants to kill this guy really bad. And she's going to press her Q inside of the angle that he is currently at. And actually she waited for it. That was a much slower Q. Maybe she was waiting for Volibear to stun or something before committing. But she's able to help out her team there and get the kill. So, really good. Bit of an overcommitment by Rise. He's probably playing this way because he's desperate. I'm gonna be completely honest. He's extremely desperate. Top lane's losing. Bot lane's pretty even-ish. She does not go for the plating. She immediately goes bot side. Why did she go bot? Maybe to try to prevent any dragon taking? Okay, she uses the W flash there, not her own, to just get away from that guy after she got jumped on. She probably would have not used R there unless she had that flash. The only reason why she even used her R there to go for those guys is because she had that flash available just in case somebody happens. Really good bubble. That guy's just gonna die. For sure. What? He's out! Holy crap. Oh my gosh, they're both out. Oh, she used her real flash here. And she just reads the movement. Like, she actually just... That's the thing that actually impresses me the most, man. Like, this is what, T1 Gamma Yasi? UC? Whatever? This guy is... I don't know if he's, like, part of T1 in terms of, like, a starter or whatever. But, like, these players are good. These players are literally a challenger in Korea as well. And they're sometimes professional players. So that's what impresses me. She uses Q and autos him. Now, most people are going to try to juke the Q expecting it to come out. So she holds on to it to make it so he does not want to run. Because the longer, it's kind of like running at somebody as Blitzcrank, right? They mostly are going to try to zigzag to dodge it. And sometimes because they try to zigzag, it has the possibility to have your team follow up on it. But in this case, she just hits him anyway. She just, I guess, just knew where he was going to go. So I'm impressed. Literally, I've watched this guy also play LeBlanc, and he, like, the way that he has a stream, he doesn't stream that often, but when he, I've watched a VOD of him streaming, and when he uses his LeBlanc E, let's say, like, this was, like, a Kindred or something, he puts his mouse, like, here. He knows the way that the Kindred is gonna do her little hop. So he like, is anticipating everybody's movements based off of flash, or if they have a dash. It's really impressive to watch, because that's not that easy to do. And maybe that's why he literally only plays ZOE and LeBlanc. Both are kind of anticipation champions, because if you land ZOE Bubble, if you land ZOE Q, you win. It's the ult she has. If you land LeBlanc E, you win. I'm gonna be real, the whole entire LeBlanc kit is around the chain, basically. Okay, just got that guy with a nice fast Q there, with her flash that she picked up from somebody else. And she's looking to back. Alright, she didn't even want to bother trying to fight this guy. I'm guessing she has a lot of money right now. I think she builds Everfrost every game. Am I wrong? Oh my gosh, she went for Ludens. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna start going Ludens again if this guy is not going Everfrost anymore, I swear. Everfrost is really good on ZOE though. Like, there's nothing wrong with building it. There's a fight going on bot lane, so she's just immediately rotating to it. You can see that there's the Ryze roam down to try to kill the enemy team. Oh wait, he's just dead. He's not even gonna be able to kill the... Oh, he got the heals. Just kidding. Yeah, ZOE actually wasn't even able to contribute there. Wasn't even able to contribute. We'll speed it up for a bit. I mean, the Ryze is dead, so she's just pressuring the tower right now. She saw Rakan. She's looking. She went Sweeper. Really good bubble. She saw where he was. And she's probably dead here. The reason why she's dead is because the Xin Zhao knew that she would ulti over the wall. And as soon as she does, he just follows her over. And she dies. And gives a pretty sizable shutdown to Rakan. Thankfully, it was not Xin Zhao. Okay, does this guy die? No way, he's alive. I think Ryze missed his abilities or something there. Volibear should have definitely died there. Oh, but he's out. Wow. Oh, wow, he actually got out. Well played. Always going mid, never going side lane so far. We'll see if she goes side lane later. I'm pretty sure she wants to be mid for, like, basically the entire game. That's just how it is. Okay, so she's heading bot lane to help dive. A lot of the times when you're like, oh, but like, where do I know where to roam? There is nothing wrong with just going to the lane that has the jungler in it. If you just, because that just gives you numbers advantage. Like, let's say that there was a decision between, like, your Gwen was dying top lane to the set, but your Volibear was bot lane here, right? So let's say her Gwen was losing. Like, it's just, which way should you go? It's most likely, it's not always the case, but it's most likely better to be around the jungler. Just saying. She is rotating to this fight. She kills that guy, uses flash as well. Good sleep. Okay, she's gonna get snared here. Oh. I mean, he just has no damage, so she literally just could tank the whole entire thing. Trying to follow up this Volibear. How is that guy still alive? No way! Oh my god, and she hit that as well? Oh, she thought that the Xin Zhao was gonna continue going forward there. She's always playing, like, not really with the team, but like in the back as well. Like her positioning over walls and stuff is really quite good. Playing over these walls so people actually have to like get over the wall to actually punish her. Immediately when she sees the fight is just lost and these people, I guess, overstayed, she just is out. Oh, but she's still looking here. There's no way to finish that guy off. Oh, she flashes and dies. She just messed up a little bit there. And Volibear maybe dies as well. No, that's actually such a big throw. They're like only ahead 2k now because of that. Well, everybody makes mistakes, even rank 1 challenger players. And will she start going side lane now? I know Dragon's what she's going for. Okay, 126 CS at 18 minutes. Once again, guys, this is literally rank 1 challenger player. You don't need 10 CS per minute. He literally has like 6 CS per minute right now, or 6.5 or something. Starting the Dragon, going for objectives. Everybody went for it immediately, and it got stolen. Oh my goodness. Not looking the best right now. It's okay, it's okay. ZOE is literally, at this point, basically a pick bot. Just keep on throwing out bubbles, keep on throwing out Qs, and hopefully you can chunk someone. She's just perma-grouping, I guess, because there's no reason for her to go bot. Because the wave is already slow pushing for her team. I wonder what would happen if Ryze started just split pushing. I really do. I'm actually really curious. So it's unfortunate that he's not doing it. I just want to know what the plan would be. Really good thresh hook there. Okay, they just immediately went on these guys and just hard lost. I don't know why they committed so hard. The enemy team, that is. She's just looking for long range. Oh, she missed that bubble. She used 2 flashes on the ground there. She used Q from back here when Rakan first engaged and got a really huge hit on him, which like almost 100 to 0'd him. Using Qs to make it so they have to back off from the tower so that he can't even wave clear or anything. They got it. Also, Gwen's OP, by the way. Just saying. Will she back after this? She probably will. Yeah, because that was a really good wave reset opportunity. What is she going for second? She went for a full Morello's. They do have 2 gore drinkers, I guess. Huh. They're paying about the Baron. With Baron being available, the best way to like set up a win for ZOE at this point, as I said before, is about picks. So, okay, I'll talk about a little bit about macro play. It's not that important because like it's kind of hard to do this inside of like solo queue unless you're inside of like really high low. They shoved out mid wave very far. After you shove out mid wave, that's when you put down vision control all over Baron side, all together. And because the wave is going mid, there's a reason like, oh, but why can you walk in? Well, you don't actually walk in until you see where people are. Let's say all 3 of these people were missing. They were not on the screen right now. Walking in could be death. Because what if they were all 3 camping this brush and you're face checking it? The reason for shoving waves before walking in for vision control is to make it so they show themselves so you know you're not walking into danger. Because as soon as you see where they are, you know that they can't be here. So then you can go in and do this. In this case, once they shove the wave and maybe shove another one, they could maybe do something as well. We'll see. So they have a good pink ward here. This is going to make it so they can look for picks over this wall. They put a pink ward here so that you can't see where they're at. Hits that and immediately looks for that. Looks for a Q, but unfortunately he E's away and she can't get anything. But they're probably just going to play around this wall here over and over. So every single wave that comes in, they immediately clear it and they're going to run back into the vision. So they're going to keep on doing this over and over again. Why? Because they're trying to bait the enemy team to walk towards the Baron into their team comp. If they walk into a Thresh or walk into a Zoe and they get hit by something, they're probably going to lose. Here, I'll even show you their vision. Like, they don't know what is happening right now, right? They have Xin Zhao on the back, which is interesting. If they have vision here and they see him, he could die. Because he's so far up that they can loop on him and he has to run so far to make it back to safety that he could die because of it. But you can see the vision control is so difficult to see what is happening, and they have to face check it. Let's just keep it on this perspective for a while. Like, look, that's the winning angle, right? Immediately a bubble lands, and now this is a terrible spot for them. Terrible, terrible spot because of that bubble. This is what the enemy team is playing towards the Thresh and the Zoe. And this is honestly how you should be playing Zoe. You're playing her as a pick champion. And they Rise ultied out and survived. I want to see how he hit that bubble from that angle, just out of curiosity. And it should be pretty cool to look at. You can see she does not sit inside the brush, but how the E works is it goes through terrain, but she's backing up to make it so it's longer. Because, like, let's say that she wants to throw the bubble towards Rise and he's here. Look at the line that I'm creating. It actually is not going to go that far because when it's like, it's hard to explain. Like, when you make it long side like this, it's like easier to land than when it's like this. So yeah, it is a better angle like this than it is from here. It would be harder to hit. You can see that he's running up like this. Mostly, he's probably anticipating that Zoe was going to throw the bubble from the brush. And if you look at the brush angle versus his positioning, there would be no way for the bubble to go far enough to land. So with her being here, the only way it can land is because of the angle of like where the skill shot will go. From here, make a line from here where the Gwen is to Rise. You can see there's no train between it, so it's no way that it's going to land. From here, it actually does create a line. Anyways, they got Rise Flash here, and they were able to make them run away. Of course, Gwen used her ulti, which is unfortunate. Look for another bubble there, obviously. If that landed on that guy, that could have been pretty good. And once again, going back to the same position. They're just going to keep doing this over and over again. They are fighting over here. That's whatever. They might look for Set here, possibly. Looking for Q. Remember, Set can ulti you out of your ulti, so maybe that's the reason why she did not take that. Set can immediately press R and just rip you out of portal jump, basically. Once again, looking for the bubble. She is now looking for the Set from this angle, so it's going to be just right here. It lands, and this is probably going to be the beginning of the fight. And this is a really, really, really good beginning to the fight, because it just means that he's going to get extremely chunked early on. And she hit Rise with a, or not Rise, but she hit Recon with the flash there. We'll relook at the fight after this, and she killed that guy as well. And it looks like it's a 5-0, so I think it's just doomed. I think the game's actually over off this. Yeah, the timers are extremely long. Let's just click on her so we can only watch her, because there's a lot of stuff going on during this fight. So first, it starts off with the bubble on Set. She looks for a portal jump into him, into an auto attack. Backs off, waits for next Q. She's just waiting on her cooldowns right now. She Qs, and then takes the lantern into Q towards the Recon, and then flashes. And hits him with a huge Q, and autos him to finish him off. This guy was already dead. So I guess she knew that this guy was probably already going to die, so she actually went for a different, more important target. So gets that guy. She gets snared here, hits bubble on that guy, just ignores him, thinking that, I think, like, this guy's dead. She, once again, this is so good, dude. She's, like, just not overcommitting on one target and going for somebody else, and goes for now the Lucian and hits him with that Q. So she played the team fight so well. And that's probably the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary on rank 1 player, Zoe player. Really good stuff. If you guys enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like on the video for more content like this. Yeah, I will maybe look for more VODs of this guy, and maybe we can look for games where he does not do that well. Or, I don't know. It's normally better to look at VODs when they do well, because that normally shows like what they're abusing And normally when they're losing, it's normally because, like, I don't know, like, they got camped or something, so... Hope you guys enjoyed it. I can't show post-game stats because the game's just literally gonna just end, so... Yeah, I will see you guys next time.